D, back with another one. How are we all? I hope you're all keeping well. So, you've seen the title, and pretty straightforward really. So say you want to be a boyfriend, you want to get yourself a girlfriend. How wonderful for you. Right, balls out the bath in this one. Think about this one, chaps. So, the idea of a relationship is two people that love each other and they're good to each other, good for each other. Now I want you to ask yourself this one. Are you the kind of bloke you would let your daughter go out with? And ask yourself honestly as well. And I will say, if you're not, you've got some work to do, pal. You've got some serious work to do if you want to be a boyfriend to somebody, that is. And I could say myself, no, I want more for my girls than myself. And I work very hard on myself, I do. But even still, I don't think I'm there yet. I've got my issues, which we've talked about, and no. Therefore, if I want a girlfriend, I've got some work to do. And I'm alright with that, because I like being on my own as well. So yeah, really ask yourself that one. Because if you've got some issues, say, or you're not loyal, ask yourself these things. I'm not loyal. I'm not saying me, I'm talking through you. You're not loyal, you're maybe selfish. You do things that the other person perhaps wouldn't like, maybe, I don't know. Ask yourself these things. Maybe you're Peter Perfect, in which case, congratulations and all the best. But as humans, we're not perfect. Nobody is. Nobody's perfect. But how imperfect are you? Do you lie? Do you steal? Have you got no morals? Now, for me, my little girls, he's got to be a good guy. He's got to be somebody who can protect my girls, because if he's going to end up in a relationship with them, he's kind of taking on my role in that regard, as to having to look after them. He's responsible for them. If somebody's taking one of my daughters out and they're a couple, he's responsible for her safety while they're out and while they're together. Keeping her safe, keeping her happy, making sure she's protected. So there's another thing. If you're somebody who doesn't give two shits about other people, then how do you see that relationship working out? Not going to be great, is it? Somewhere along the lines, whoever you find, whoever you meet, whoever you start seeing, she's going to think, you're a bit of a scumbag. You never consider me. You don't think about me. You just always think about yourself. It's not going to end well, is it? No. So maybe you're just not ready yet. You're not ready for a relationship. We're not all going to be. You know, I've had a difficult time recently. I know I'm not ready for getting into anything like a relationship. Not a chance. Because, well, I'm not at my best. So it's just not going to go well, is it? Especially if I've become dependent on somebody, if I'm not feeling at my best. The last thing you want to do is get dependent of somebody else, and you don't want to be depending on them for happiness, because then you're kind of tied to them. You're a slave to them in some ways, and you kind of need them, and you shouldn't need anybody. You shouldn't need anything either, really. You know, that's another video in itself, being a slave to things or needing things. Because if you're giving the power away to something else that's outside of you and your control, which ain't good, is it? Don't sound good. Well, it ain't good. So there we go. And before I get rambling too much, let's keep this one short and sweet. So, food for thought. Are you the kind of guy you would let go out with your daughter? If you're not, get to work and be the best you. and do it for you. Cheers.